Good morning, good afternoon, and wherever you're hailing from. If you're on the West Coast, you might be morning still, but I'd like to welcome all of our viewers to this version of Fathers Forever with Mr. Glen Warren and James Jackson. So, Mr. Warren, how
Yes,
are you
sir.
doing, sir?
We are doing well. We're doing well.
How's your week?
It's been good. It's been really good. You sent me on assignment again,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I'm not in the studio.
I got
But
my helicopter out, and the pilot told me you were somewhere not close to here.
yeah, kind of a little distance away, but a little kind of mini vacation slash working time off.
All right.
I've been doing Zooms ever since I got here, and this is another Zoom we're doing today. I got one more to do. Then I
Okay.
book for tomorrow. So it's kind of like a working vacation. So
So you're working while you're on vacation.
yes, while I'm on vacation, I am working. Kind
Okay.
of yes. So kind of like a post uh, birthday celebration. I didn't get to go in my celebrate my birthday because of my grandson. My birthday was we took him to Jersey for a football game. So I
Hmm.
had to postpone my vacation, my birthday vacation for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. So we did. And anyway, having a good time and relaxing, but doing a lot of work in the meantime.
You're setting the standard for what us fathers should be doing and us grandfathers
Yes,
making
yes,
sure
yes. I love
supporting
the
our
grandkids, and
grandkids.
yes, grandkids are anyway. Kids are good. Grandkids are
Yeah.
good too.
Yes, sir.
So you get
Absolutely.
because the grandkids you get to spoil them and then send them back home.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what the grandkids is.
That's
That's a
what we
good thing
do.
about being a grandparent. You get the spoiler. Here, you can have some candy. You can have as much sugar as you want. Now go home to your mama and daddy.
Wide open. They're wide open at
You
that
can
point.
wide open. They're gonna
Yeah,
send them back home. But yeah, love the grandkids. So
absolutely. Well, we wish you well and pray that you have safe travels back to North Carolina, to the,
yes,
the big city. Today is March the 28th, 2022.
April
And
28th.
I'm sorry, where did March come from? April 28th. Absolutely. I guess I'm pushing back on my own birthday that's coming next month.
Oh yeah, you trying to push back a couple months?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get any older, so I can delay it.
Well, too late. Too late.
Yeah, I can delay it. But we want to welcome our viewers. Glenn, how about you talk to our viewers?
Yes, welcome viewers. I'm glad you guys, young ladies, and when I say guys, I meant young ladies as well, coming to every Wednesday, I mean Thursday at 2 o'clock to kind of listen to what we're doing and how we're doing it and how we're trying to affect our fathers and better our families and our communities. Like us on if you're watching us, just let us know that you're here. We would love to, you put something in the message box, if you will. Just say, hey, how you doing? We just want to know that you're here, that you're listening to us, you're talking to us, and you're part of what we're doing. As well as I go to YouTube and subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And so we just want to welcome all of our viewers here today. And we're only going to be here a short time, 10 or 15 minutes is the max. If you can't listen to it live, when you do go back and listen to it, when it's pre-recorded, just also share that on your Facebook page. Share
Yes,
that with your friends.
absolutely.
Yeah, share it on your pages as well. So
So we
we
got to go ahead.
yep.
I'm sorry. We have a couple shout outs, Glenn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Who ya?
Yep. We want to say hello to T.R. Stroud.
T.R. Stroud, Mr.
Yep.
Thurman Ray Stroud,
Okay. And then we also want to say hello to Robert Ashburn.
Mr. Ashburn, Mr. Robert, Bob.
We,
Glad
we
to Thurman is my brother-in-law in
Oh,
Smithfield.
okay. Great,
Yes,
great,
yes,
great. Welcome to our broadcast today.
yes, and Mr. Robert Ashburn is part of the family member as well.
Okay,
He's my wife's uncle, so
okay.
I'm glad that he joined us all the way from Albany, New York.
Okay, absolutely. Our reach is expanding.
Expanding, it's right.
That's what's up. Yes. Well, we're not going to delay much longer, Glenn. We've got a few really interesting items we want to talk about for our content today. And I'm not going to want to put you on the spot, but at the same time, I would like your feedback to our viewers. What we know we discuss and talk about in class. So put your thinking cap on. I'm gonna put mine on too, because you might turn the question back over to me, and I'll go forward with that and make an answer to it. But Glenn's got his makeshift studio there. He doesn't have the luxuries that we have here though. So, but that's all right. We see you well. We see you.
Yes. Can you see me well? Can you
Yep.
see the top of my head? I can't see the top of my head.
Move your screen back that's enough. That's enough.
It
You're
right
good
there.
to
Okay.
go. You're good to go.
Yes. Yes.
So, Glenn, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
My production manager, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything before we get started. All right, she gave me the thumbs up, Glenn. So, again, welcome viewers, and please uh, put something in the chat if you have a comment. We won't be able to know that you're responding unless you put it in the chat. So when
Yes.
you do
Remember.
that, then we'll get a chance to answer you. But I got
Yes.
a few questions for you, Glenn, and we're
Yes.
going to kind of go through these really quick. But at the same time, we want some good information out of
Yes,
it.
sir.
All right. So as you know, Fathers Forever provides resources to different types of individuals. Okay, fathers, incarcerated fathers, fathers who not incarcerated. Doesn't matter. We still provide resources.
Yes.
So the first question: what type of resources does Fathers Forever have for a father that's recently been released from prison or jail and may want to reconnect with his children? Give us an answer on that one, Glenn.
Okay, so yeah, we have some transition homes. The guys are returning back from prison, who may want to get a fresh start. We take them in for 90 days and help them get jobs and house them and feed them. Do a lot of classes with them. Sometimes James, when guys come home from and been incarcerated, um, you know, perhaps they have burnt some bridges with their
Mm-hmm.
family members. They can't go back home there.
Right.
Now they have a felony record and they can't go back to live with their mom or because of their felony. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes these guys are just left out there. We kind of know where to go at. So we work along with other agencies to provide DPS to provide housing and some services for these guys. They help them get back on their feet, get them a 90-day start so they can go back out now and really collect, get a job. And and also a part of that, James, is, it's also being reunited back with their kids. And so sometimes these fathers have strained the relationship with their children because of you know, their past, whether it be criminal or substance abuse or a combination of both. And so we provide services for these men and show them ways to get uh, back involved with their kids' lives by going through Father Forever University, James, which you're the dean of students, and you see
Right.
a lot of these guys that come in, and now we have classes every Monday night and every Thursday night. Our 12-week class in person on Monday nights and Thursday night Zoom class that we try to give these guys tools
Mm-hmm.
and how to get back and be back in their kids' lives. We talk about a lot of co-parenting because these guys got to learn how to really now co-parent.
Right.
And so
Right.
we're doing that part of it.
But
Helping.
on that note, I noticed that something that's probably a common denominator with all of the fathers who are wanting to reconnect is they want it to happen right away.
Yes.
How do we handle that?
Uh, James, I tell guys all the time, you didn't get here overnight,
Yeah.
and it's gonna take you a little longer than overnight to get out.
Yeah.
And we give them some tools, and with patience and baby steps, sometimes you got people. People sometimes have to earn your trust again. I mean, you've violated them. Whatever you did, you stole from them, or whatever the situation did. I would not tell you to live there, but admit that. And sometimes, James, I tell the guys all the time, if you when you have done something wrong for somebody, whether you stole from them or whether you abused them or whatever. This is anybody. Is when you truly say, "I'm sorry." When you truly apologize for being, and you don't have to keep doing it, but just get it out there and confess that, hey, I did something to you that wasn't right. We talk about it all the time, James. That there's two legs to an apology.
Right.
One is a confession, and two is a promise.
Yes.
One is I confess to you that I did something to harm you, I hurt you, or whatever it was. The promise is I'll never do it again.
Right.
And so you need to have that conversation with the person you committed crime with or stole from, and even your kids sometimes. Confess to them, I haven't been the father that I should have been. I confess to you my shortcoming. But my promise is, from this day forward, I promise you, I'm going to be the dad to the best of my ability. I can't give you a lot of money right now because I'm still trying to get myself together, but I'm going to give you time and things that I do and support. So a confession and a promise is a true apology. Other than that, if you all have is a confession and you keep confessing the same thing and not keeping to your promise, you don't have an apology. All you have is lip service. And
Yes.
we don't want lip services.
Absolutely.
We want true confession and a true apologies and moving forward. So that's how we try to get these men back to their kids by first admitting when they did something wrong, and by second making a promise that they're never going to do it again. And that's what we try to teach them during the 12-week class, James.
Very good. I love it. Love it. So let's move on to number 2. What type of resources does Fathers Forever have for a father that is paying child support and has his kids every other week throughout the year, but he would like to have his monthly child support payment reduced? What do we tell them?
Well, we get this all the time. And the only way you really get your child support payment reduced is the judge has to do it. And so you got to go before a judge, and your caseworker can do that. And that is if your job has changed. So you're working, you used to making 40,000, and now you lost your job to no fault of your own, and you're making 15,000. You could go before a judge and get that child support reduced based on your 15,000. Now it's up to the judge, because they may look at your record, look at your training, and say we're not going to reduce this, or they may say this is going to be reduced temporarily because you're capable of making $40,000 a year. They may reduce it temporarily based on your skill level. And they could talk more about this with their child support worker. Another way, James, to get child support reduced, and guys tell me this all the time, I want to get my child support reduced, and I say I know a sure way to get your child support reduced.
Right.
And that is to file for joint custody.
Okay.
Go get, if you want to, go. And people say they want to, but when I tell them that, they don't file for joint custody, because joint custody means you got to do some work. You got to get up and put little Jimmy in the school, because joint custody is more than every other weekend. That means you're going to have him sometime during the weekend, a weekday,
overnight.
Which means you got to get him up to go to school and all those things that the mom is doing, or whoever the custodian parent is doing. So a lot of times guys say, I want to get my child support reduced. They don't want to pay the child support, but they don't want to do the work to be the hands-on father. Right. That is a sure way to get your child support. And again, they could talk to their social worker, their caseworker, as to how much custody, how many nights, it's overnights anyway. So they can get the specifics from their child support worker as to what joint custody looks like and how can they apply for it.
And Glenn, I want to make this clear too. When you say go to court, they have to go to the right court, correct? You don't go to the child support court for a custody issue. I think you have to go to the custody judge or a court.
So the other thing is, James, is the child support and the child custody in Wake County, in Wake County, it's two different courts.
Right.
So, child support, you got to go down and file for joint custody. Joint custody. Once you get that, then your child support order will change. So you can't complain about the child support if if she haven't got custody. So joint custody is what you need to do. And again, your worker can help you apply for, show you what to do to file for joint custody, that you can get your child support reduced, or you can get partial custody of your kids.
So I hope our viewers are listening. I hope that they get this information and pass it on to someone else. It might not apply to our viewers, but they may know somebody who it applies to. So viewers, we're encouraging you to just pass this information on and share it with your friends and family members as well, because it's good to know. It's good to know some of these things. So I want to reach out and say hello to our viewers once again. We're on our Thursday live broadcast, and we're having some question and answer sessions with myself, James Jackson, and Mr. Glen Warren. So, Glen, you ready for the next question?
I'm ready for the next one.
We got two more to go. So, what type of resources does Fathers Forever provide for a father that is now the custodial parent and needs guidance as he raises his child or children alone?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a very good question, and to put it, I have firsthand experience with. Again, James, our curriculum is for new dads, struggling dads, and good dads who want to be great dads. Right. Our 12-week curriculum is for that, and we show fathers step by step how to be involved in their kids and how to co-parent, as well as taking responsibility of if you become the custodian parent, as like I was, we had to do a lot of things that single moms been doing for a long time. Yeah. And so we really encourage them. We really, through our support groups, through our one-on-ones, and through our classes, is how to be the custodian parent. And James, the myth is, and I think I write this in the book. I know I write this in the book as well, that sometimes it's, the fathers are kind of on the back burner when it comes down to being the custodian parent. Maybe the myth is that we either don't know how to do it, we don't want to do it, or we can't learn to do it, and all those things are absolutely incorrect. We can be effective custodian parents. For me, it took an adjustment. As you know my story, I had to learn how to cook, but I had three kids, 7, 9, and 11, but they never missed a meal, thank God. So let me ask you this. My family members, but I was the one that get up at 4 o'clock in the morning when they were sick. I had to tuck them in the bed and do their homework. And again, I'm not bragging about what I did, because women have been doing this forever. Yes. And they continue to do this and do a good job of it, because a lot of times they don't have a choice. Whereas men, sometimes we have a choice. We can say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore and be gone. Pass the buck. So that's the difference. But men, by far, sure, can be responsible and raise their kids just as much as moms can. So Glen, let me ask you a personal question then. So I know you've got one daughter. So did you have to do hair and all that stuff too? That's a question, $1 million question, James. Thank God for me. Now I'm not taking anything from her mother away, because her mom was still involved in her life. All right. Her mom was definitely involved in her life. So I'm not taking anything away from her. She was there. Also, I had a lot of siblings. I got 3 sisters who was there as well to help, with the things that she needed as a little girl. I had a very close church family, a lot of women in the church that was there to help her as well. So, good. We need a lot of support, like moms. She needed a lot of support from, from father figures and for her kids. So just rally, get those people in your life that is going to mean, that's going to help you, and listen to them and let them be some help to you. So it was a village. It was a family. It was everybody. The mom and everybody was working together to make sure our kids grew up in a nice, loving home. I mean, that not a perfect home, but a home that even when we separated and divorced, we loved our kids and
Yes.
we wanted to share them that and let them know that this was not about them. The breakup was not about them. We didn't get along as a couple, but we were still mom and we were still dad. And I think
So,
we did that.
so our viewers, here's another one we really want you to pass on because I think the main piece that I take away from that is that it was a village that helped you.
Yes,
So
it was a village to
for
help us.
that
Yes,
single father or that who's raising his children by himself or his
yes,
custodial parent, then
yes,
he needs to incorporate a village
yes. All,
mentality
yep,
to help with
yep.
that
All,
burden.
all hands on deck, and it was good. So it was some
Okay.
struggle, but it was good.
All right. I wasn't trying to trip you up there, but
No, 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 no. You good?
thought I'd put that one out there. All right, next one. And then I think this is next to the last. So, how does Fathers Forever address or deal with deadbeat dads? And I said that quietly, but I don't want to, just shout it out. But a deadbeat dad. Can you elaborate on that, Glenn?
I don't like that term, but
That's
James,
why I whispered it.
but James, to be honest with you, there is some dads out there that you can label as deadbeat. They do absolutely nothing for their kids. They don't come around. They don't send them. They don't talk to them. They don't, and for other reasons, I'm not sure what the reasons are. That's why I don't like to call it deadbeat dads
Yeah.
because there's a reason why they're not sometimes, and sometimes maybe the reason is justifiable. I don't know them personally, a lot of them, but when you know your kid is right down the street from you, or a few blocks away,
Hmm.
a few miles away, and you
Right.
don't pick up the phone to call them, to see about them, to wish them happy birthday, to send them a Christmas present, show up at a football game or graduation. When you refuse to do that, knowing that you have a child, kids, that you are not being at least bit responsible, you deserve that term,
Okay.
in my opinion,
Right. Right.
because you have brought a kid into this world, and you have made a choice not to be involved in their life. You might have some other personal things going on, but you still could be a phone call away and say, "Hey, I can't do this, I can't do that, but I want you to know this, your dad, and I love you, I care about you, and I want to support you." Whatever you can do, but to do absolutely nothing,
Hmm.
you deserve to wear that label or that
Yes.
title.
And another thing about that is, um, wow, it's disheartening sometimes when you think about it. You know how children really love their fathers, but there's no program that's going to make someone who's bent on being that label. There's nothing that they
Right.
have to be willing, right?
Right. Right. We can make them attempt to make them pay child support, but we can't make them love their kids.
Right.
There's
Right.
no, like you can't legislate morality.
Yes.
You can put people in prison for commit the crime, but you can't make them think, what, behave like you want them to behave, because
Right.
if you do, there won't be no crime, because
Yeah.
people got their own mind, their own thinking, they do
Hmm.
their own thing.
Right.
So there's no law, there's no judge that will make them take
Love
care
it.
of their kids.
Yeah.
Support is why, financially, yes, we got the child support system in place and it works, but to make them love their kids, we don't have that capability to do that.
Right. Okay. Ready for your last question?
I think I'm ready. I hope I didn't. Uh,
Yeah, we wanted to touch on it, and I wanted to just get your input from that, but we understand. I think everybody knows what that term means and have
yes,
experienced it, probably or knows someone who's experienced it.
yes,
So we just try to do what we do, which is encourage fathers to be in the lives of
yes,
their
yes, yes,
children.
yes.
So a father who who's wants to be in his child's life, and maybe there's an order that says he can come and visit on the weekends, or he can spend time on the weekends with his child. I'm just throwing out a scenario.
Yes.
um, but he's being denied access to see his children by the mother or the relative who's has that custodial care, I guess, for the child.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
what what can that father do to start seeing his children? And he wants to see his children, but he has a roadblock. Basically, he's being denied access.
Yes. And there's ways to do that, James. There's um, they have to go before the child custody. If they have an agreement where they're supposed to see the child every other weekend,
Mm-hmm.
every weekend, or whatever agreement is,
Right.
and it's not been honored
Yes.
by the caretaker of the child, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's the mom or the relative, they can that the recourse is to go back before a judge and say, "Hey, we had this agreement in place, but she's not honoring it." So the judge can hold her in contempt and say, "Okay, this is what a judge ordered this to happen. Why are you not honoring this agreement?" And
Right.
so simply go before the judge. And for some, James, what some people is overwhelming is because they think they need a lawyer for that. They don't
Right.
necessarily need a lawyer. If you have one, fine. If you can afford one, fine. But those gentlemen who can't afford a lawyer, it's not, and all they do is go before the custody court and say, hey, this particular order has not been honored by the people who have my son and my daughter, and they
Right.
can bring that person before the judge and ask, give an account. It's called a show cause. Why
Mhm.
are you not honoring this agreement?
Okay.
Unless they got a good reason, the judge can hold him in contempt,
Okay.
or he could enforce that. And a lot of guys say, my daughter, my mom won't let me see my kids, and nothing I could do. And I said, no, it is something you can do. You can go for the court. It
Okay.
takes a time to do it, and you don't go in there, bashing her, throwing her under the bus, name calling. You go in there not fighting against her. And I tell the guys all the time, James, there's different ways to fight. Stop fighting against her and start fighting for the rights of your child.
Yes.
That's totally different kind of fight.
Yes.
Because you don't know what the battles are. You're gonna fight the wrong thing. You can take a knife to a gun battle, and you're gonna get beat every time
Yes.
because you got a knife and they got a gun. So
Absolutely.
you got to learn how to fight the right fight. Stop, fighting against her and fight for the rights of your child.
Okay. So I want to ask a question to our viewers. If you found this information useful, please just put a comment yes in the box, or if you didn't, you can say no. We don't. I just want to be able to know that our viewers are engaged with us,
Yes,
and we want you all to stay engaged. So we want to do things that will prolong that rapport that we have
yes,
with our
yes,
viewers.
yes,
So um, we're going to switch gears to something altogether different. You know that we're doing a monthly book drive
yes.
for Dads at a Distance. So why don't you take a guess, Mr. Glenn, where we might be with our April, got it this time, with
Got it
our
this time.
April book drive.
Well, James, I would think based on the numbers that we've had two reverse book signings. Um, uh, Christ Worship Center in Hope Mills did one, as well as Holy Trinity Church in Wake County done one. We've
Okay, hold up.
also,
Hold that thought. Hold that
yes.
thought. I want our viewers to guess. I like our viewers to just type in a number that you think.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes,
See,
yes,
our monthly goal is 100 books.
yes.
I'm going to give that one to our viewers. But viewers, why don't you type in a number, and I'd like to maybe we can do something for that viewer who comes closest to our actual count for the month of April. We got 2 days left
And
though.
2 days left.
But what do you viewers? What do you say? New viewers, hello, come on in.
Come on in. Yes.
Definitely. Tell us how many you think we've reached so far for this month. And
Yes,
Glenn,
our
I'm
dads of
sorry.
distance.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that thought came to me immediately. So I
No,
was
that's
like,
fine.
let me get our viewers.
Yeah, that would be good if we can get the
My,
yes.
our production manager raised her finger. I think something's coming through. I think she's typing.
Okay. If she type like me, that's a peck.
But anyway, we are. I mean, we're going to come back to that. Oh, Demetrius Fuller said 84.
84. Wow. Well, you know what? I think you said. Well, let's give another hint.
Okay.
We've exceeded our 100 goal.
All right. Jasmine said 125.
Oh, 125.
And
Okay.
now she says 134. So I can clearly tell you, no, that's not the number. That's not the. Angela Gorham said 150.
Okay.
That's not the number either. So all of those numbers are low. I'm gonna put that out there for our viewers. We're trying to do something special for you, but those who can come really really close to where we are right now with our book drive, we're going to do something for you.
The
And
one
Glenn,
that comes
maybe
the
I have to let.
closest. Yeah, the one that comes the closest.
Uh
We're
oh.
gonna do another minute on this, and the one that comes closest, just make sure you stay on the line. Give us your number in the chat, and we're gonna send you something. So, James,
Demetrius
what are
Fuller.
we gonna send them, James?
Uh, I was going to leave that one to you. I think, I'm not sure if they want a book. I'm hoping that I'm hoping all of our reviewers have gotten a book so far. We got 175. Demetrius Fuller said 274.
All right, so we need to draw the line. It got how many seconds? Let's count down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Glenn,
Yes, sir.
I think you know the answer.
I know the answer.
Okay.
Miss Demetrius Fuller that's
She
what
said 274.
274. She is the winner. So
We're
uh,
and if since nobody came above her, we want to tell you that this month has really, really been a good month.
yes,
Each of the months have been good in their own for what they have, but we're close to 300, Glenn.
yes.
We're close to 300.
Congratulations, Demetrius Fuller. Actually she's a relative of mine by marriage.
Okay.
She's my sister-in-law.
All right. So we want to say hello and welcome to all of our viewers who participate in our little contest just now. But Glenn, I'll let you tell Miss Fuller then what she
We're
gets.
gonna let's see. We can definitely.
I don't know if she might want a mug. I mean, we got
Yes,
these,
we can send her a
and
mug.
we got
I know we can send her a chat and chew book. I don't know if she's got that. We can send her a chat and chew book. And actually, she's got a daycare center. So what we are going to do is we're going to send her 2 books that she's going to give to fathers of her choice.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yes.
Great.
So she's got a daycare center. I think she's got 4 daycare centers in Albany, New York. And so we're going to send her a couple of books, and she's going to bless some of couple of her fathers in her daycare center. So,
well, we want to thank all of our donors for participating in our Dads at a Distance program. It's going to be going all year.
And James, I don't want to cut you off, but
go ahead.
We just added a new. This thing is growing. It's growing. It's in a way we have a lot of businesses that want to get involved in what we're doing. So if you got a business, daycare center, insurance company, realtor company, you can donate books. You can buy 25, 100, whatever you want to do. And I know that a lot of businesses, we can't get the books to you to sign because you're working, you're busy, and you don't have to sign them. If you can, if you want to, but you could donate the money to buy the books, and we'll take the books to the senior citizens. We're now in partnership with a couple senior citizen facilities in Wake County, and they want to sign the books because they're sitting there a lot of times, during their event day when they're playing bingos and stuff. They're like, bring books in. We'll put little personal messages in the books,
That's
as
really
well
great.
as kids.
Hmm.
One of the things, James, that really blew me out of the water, and one of the book signing we had, I watched a father and his two kids, looked like they was 10 or 12 years old. They
Hmm.
were signing the book as well. One little girl, she drew a little happy face.
Yeah,
So we're gonna let the kids now. The business donate the books. They can sign them if they want to. If they don't want to sign them because they're busy, but we can also take those books over to the Girls and Boys Club or to different YMCA, and they'll sign the books.
great.
And so we're really excited about that.
Absolutely. We want to just let others know it's not too late. We'll take one book. If you want to donate one book to us, we're going to take
Yes,
it. And then they're all going to be taken over to CLI, Prison Alliance, and they in turn will distribute them to over 1,500 prisons and
yes,
across the United States.
yes, 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 yes.
Whatever's on that schedule for that month, those books don't stay. They go. They
They
go out.
go.
They
Yes,
go out the door.
yes,
So
yes,
this is a good initiative for us, and we wanted to share with our viewers something that we're doing. And we invite any viewers, if you want to sign books, you might not have the money. If so, come on over anyway and sign some of our books
yes,
that are going out the door.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
please visit us.
Anytime you're in the area, you want to come over and sign 10 books, we have them for you.
We're at 3029 Stony Brook Drive
Yes,
in Raleigh, North Carolina, zip code 27604. Come in. You want to sign some books? We'll gladly let you sit and sign, and we will certainly get those to our distributor.
yes, yes, yes. We're very
Well,
excited about our dads at a distance, and we really think want everybody to get involved in this and help us as well.
yes.
Um,
Well, we thank all of our participants today, our viewers today. We're going to go ahead and bow out.
yeah, because we could talk about fathers forever until Jesus come back, John James.
Yep, yep, yep. I think we got a commercial to air right
Oh, okay.
after we go ahead and dismiss. But Glenn, I look forward to seeing you on Monday
Yes, we'll be
next
back
week,
on Monday, and
and we're off to bigger and better things. We got something new that we're going to come up with that's definitely going to include women.
oh
So
yes, yes, that's
be,
coming. We got a
be on
lot
the
of good stuff
lookout.
coming down the pike.
Yeah, we're going to have women involved in this next series of things that is to come. But Glenn,
Yes.
take us home.
All righty, everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Thank God the pandemic is kind of easing up a little bit, but it's still out there. So, continue to be safe, wear your mask, keep your distances. And if you haven't got the shot, get boosted. And we will see everybody next Thursday at
Absolutely.
2:05.
Thank you.
This is Glen Warren, founder and executive director of Fathers Forever. I want to share an alarming reality with you. 627,000 fathers are incarcerated that have kids under 18. Now, there are 56,000 moms incarcerated who have kids under 18. The reality is there are so many more fathers incarcerated than moms. This is why I Am a Father Forever book exists. Now, I need your help. I am inviting you to help us get this book into as many fathers incarcerated as possible. Here's how it works. For your donation of $22, we will provide a book to an incarcerated father. Thank you in advance for helping Fathers Forever heal fathers and save families.